GM, everyone, GG. Welcome to another episode of GC Crypto TV, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining us here live today. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Americans in the room, or some of the Americans, and 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard. Greeny's a little bit unwell today, so I am running the show. So God bless us all. God bless you all for pulling up today to watch Craig, the Captain Craig, run the show. But shout out to Greeny. Not surprised he's a bit run down. We had a weekend in Sydney, socialising, networking, presenting, and even I've got a friggin' sore ear today. Feels like I've got a bit of a sore throat coming on. So bear with me, guys. I also have some builders here today. We're getting a new gate put in, etc., etc. So if you hear a bit of drilling or my dog barking, I apologise about that. But other than that, guys, let's get into the show. Thanks for everyone for pulling up there. GM OV, hello, Jeep987, thanks for pulling up. We are live on Kick. If I've done this correctly, we are live. We're live on Kick. Should be good on YouTube. Let me just check that one. I've got about a gazillion tabs up right now, guys. Apologies. It is chaos on my screen. Greeny just messaged me like 30 minutes ago going, I can't make it, which is totally fine. I've done it to him several times. And I was like, holy shit, let me get this show sorted. I've got builders here wanting to talk to me. I'm like, oh, fuck. Anyway, shout out to you guys for pulling up. Captain Craig's here. Also, big shout out to OKX Australia, channel partners of ours. We spoke on one of the big stages in Sydney in collaboration with them, just talking. We had a bit of a trading comp, talking about how best to trade spot in my eyes, not financial advice. I will just pop a link in there, guys. If you are looking for a safe exchange and or platform to trade cryptos on, sign up with them. You get $75 of Bitcoin for free, provided you trade a little bit of volume there. So I did just pop the link in there, guys. That's OKX Australia. 6 shirts, by the way. Great guys, good to partner with. Shout out to the team over there who we met again in Sydney. Shout out to you guys. And once again, shout out to our other channel partners, Yeet up the top there. Top left for me, Ovia and Mando, or Osef, not Ovi, Osef and Mando, the legends over there, guys. We will be giving away some cash today. We'll see if we do it on this stream. Otherwise, we will do it a bit later this hour. We did mention we'd have an afternoon stream as well. But what we are giving away is $250 weekly with in collaboration with Yeet. And I'll just pop the link in there. All you have to do is follow that link. They've got sports betting, they've got gambling, they've got slots, blackjack, you name it. Sports betting's probably a bit more up my alley. That's where I find I've got an edge. So I don't mind sports betting. Also, they've got rugby on there. So the list of sports on there, I'll run you guys through it in a bit. They've got friggin' cricket, rugby. So for those in the Southern Hemisphere that normally miss out on sports betting because it's all NFL, NHL, don't get me wrong, I love those sports, but I grew up with rugby. That's where my edge is. Cricket as well. So I am glad to see those are on there. I was fucking stoked. So shout out to Yeet for putting some Southern Hemisphere games in there, including cricket, the great game. So anyway, thanks to Yeet for giving us money to give away. Once again, if you do want to qualify weekly to win a prize, jump on Yeet, follow their link, do a bit of sports betting, whatever, do a little bit of volume, and we do a draw every week, sometimes every day. So shout out to the guys over there. Also, shout out to the guys who've done some volume over there. We broke 100,000, we're 102,000 as of today. Actually, let me bring up that screen. Let me give Yeet a bit of love. I'm definitely not used to running this again. Greeny went away and I was good at it. All right, let's see if I can do this, legends. All right, here we go. So let me zoom in a bit for you, legends. So here's our Yeet board. Just cracked over the 102,000, which is pretty cool. We actually had 50K in the first week, and it's taken us another 2 or 3 weeks to do the other 50K. So certainly a sign of the bear market or the low in the bull market, so to speak. So not surprising things die down a little bit when the market takes a bit of a downturn. Even our viewership goes down. So all interesting metrics. But look, guys, pleasure to be with you today. We'll talk about Yeet a little bit later. Let's talk about the market, guys. So let's talk about the market. So probably the good news, I'll see if I can make these screens big enough for you guys. Apologies if it's super small. That's what she said. It's bloody dark though, isn't it? for you guys. Is that dark? Where is it? Can I do the... I don't think I can make that brighter. Sorry, guys. All right. Anyway, GM. My crypto's laughing at me. Anyway, this is Bitcoin, guys. Let's have a look at it. This is what kind of runs the market. So let's start at the top. Obviously, Bitcoin's the daddy, as I always say. Nothing else is going to do what we want until this does what we want, guys. So really interesting moves here. Let me go on to the weekly for you guys. I think this tells a good story. I always say one of the things Greenie and I were preaching / talking about / educating / entertaining, whatever you want to call it, not financial advice, but something I like to look at is a macro perspective. So zoom right out, first of all, and let's have a look what the trend's doing, right? So let's look what the trend's doing, guys. So here's the last bull run back in 21. Here's where I got started in January 21. So I thought I was a legend, wore this up, then wore the downtrend, and then wore it up to 69K. Shout out to that number. The universe is quite funny, isn't it? Then we had a bear market, crabbed along sideways till about Jan 23. And then we've done an 8X since then. So for anyone who's new to the stream or new to the bull run or thinks we haven't been in a bull run, Bitcoin did an 8X from then, guys. So 8X is 800% for those who don't know. It's a fucking lot. Like in the stock market, if you're earning 10 to 20% a year, it's phenomenal. This was in 2 years, 800%. So pretty phenomenal, although the stock market has actually outdone Bitcoin in the last sort of 6 months. So yeah, anywho, that's the bull market, guys. But let's zoom in a bit. So that's the macro. Sorry, I wanted to run you through the trend. So here we go. Hopefully you guys can see it. I know this is probably a bit small in your screens, depending on how big your screens are. Just looking at that. Bungaduna, what's hey, is that you, Chris? Is that you, Chris Bungle? Bungaduna. Yeah, what's up, dude? Chris is an IRL friend back from my gym days. I put a post up yesterday of an old transformation photo. Wasn't meant to be a thirst trap. It was actually one of the only photos I could find of me when I was training a while back, because I wasn't big on photos back then. So yeah, went from 53 kilos up to 83. I actually ended up at 106 kilos. So actually, I just put that post up hopefully to motivate a few people and show you what a strong mindset can do. Anyway, back to Bitcoin. Enough about my body. So what I wanted to show you is we've been on an upward trend all the way since Jan 23, right? So there's Jan 23 where we broke out, set a higher low, and then boof, or off to the race, and a higher high as well. Boof, off to the races, up 8x. The concerning point was we did start to break trend here, guys. We broke out of this channel. We broke below the upwards trend here. I'm not going to draw the line in, so I'm just going to F it up live. Anyway, just trust me on it. We broke below the trend line. We've got a bit of work to do. But the good news is after we plummeted, pretty much free fell, and we hit our heads here at 116,000. You guys will remember me go back, man, 2 months ago saying 116,000 is an extremely important level. We need to stay above it. We need to close above it. If we close below it on the daily, and even worse on the weekly, we're on the weekly here, we close below, close below, close below, close below. 3 in a row, free fall, man. So when we didn't close above 116,000, that was the sign that the market may be beginning to roll over. Now, that's news no one wanted to hear. I didn't want to say it. I held on to hope. Then I said, look, guys, if we can stay above about 108,000 here and close above it, we're probably going to be okay. I'll go to the daily so you can kind of see the emotional turmoil this brought. Doesn't quite show you on the weekly. 108,000 was here. We rejected, bounced above, closed below, and we just free fell from there. So 116,000 is an important level. 108,000 is an important level. We've got a lot of work to do now, guys, to get, if we want to get to a new all-time high, we've got a lot of levels to conquer. So first level to conquer, guys, we dropped all the way to 80,000. The first level we needed to break above and hold was 91,000, which we've got a daily close in 45 minutes. If we close, or we can hold, above $91,161, things are looking pretty good for a push to about 100K, I reckon. So I think we're on our way to 100K. We'll see what happens. Once again, we work with probabilities, guys. Let me have a drink. I'm doing a bloody lot of talking since Greenie's not here. Leaving me on a Friday, the dirty dog. So I'm a bit croaky. My son's got a bit of the cold at the moment. Anyway, won't blame him. First level to break was 91,000, give or take a bit of change, $161.34 for those who care about numbers, which we've done. Sorry, we haven't closed above it yet, but we are close. Hopefully we can hold this. If we break below and then close below today, it's like, God damn it, we're probably going to bounce around this channel a little bit longer. If we can stay above 91,000, we're probably going to do something like that. So we might even have a double bottom. We might retest this as support here. Just see if this is actually going to stay support, provided it does. So I'm waiting to see a move up to about 97, hit our head, possibly come back, retest this fib level, which was resistance, now acting hopefully as support. Hopefully it finds support. We go back up. Look, we could break through on the second tap here, guys. We could even break through on the first tap here. I'm just saying kind of what I'm expecting to see. I am expecting to see a test of resistance there, come back down, retest this, get a bounce, and I think we're off to the races as always. So I know you guys love that saying. I can't stop fucking saying it. Anywho, that's what I'm kind of hoping Bitcoin can do. You're probably saying, okay, Craig, we break above 97, then what the fuck? Okay, guys, so I think the yearly open is about 100K. So another big level for us to break above, apart from 97,000, is about 100K. It's a big psychological level. Humans, we like to work in round numbers, tens, hundreds of thousands of millions, etc., etc. That's how we denominate. So we tend to have a favoritism for round numbers. That's why I say you should front run those numbers. 98,000 is a good one, 97,000, things like that. That's what I do. Anyway, we need to break above 100,000. Once we do that, I reckon if we can get a daily close above 100,000, I think we're well on our way to 108,000, guys. Now, a few questions in the chat, which I answer. Still thinking a dead cat bounce. Yeah, only me today, Ovi. Greenie is unwell, so I'm running the show, man. So it's probably good news because I think I'm going to pump Bitcoin by myself. So do I think a dead cat bounce? Yeah, I do. The problem I have with this chart is obviously we work in, God damn it. Obviously we work in probabilities, guys. So I'm just going to remove some of this shit if I can remove it. We work in probabilities. I'm having a horror selecting this. Sorry, guys. We work in probabilities, and one of the things I had concern with is we really, really, really needed to hold that 100K level, guys. We really needed to hold that 100K level. Once we lost that, and once we actually, one of the big levels as well, it's a bit different now because we obviously had the swing low here to 80K. It's thrown my fib levels out from what I was talking about prior. But basically, we actually had to hold above 98,000. 98,000 was like the line in the sand, but for me personally, probability-wise, between we're in a bull run and a bear market. When I say a bear market, it could be a temporary bear market until 2026. And we may actually see another bounce, I think, possibly into 2026. I'm not writing that out, but I'm just talking about the foreseeable future. And it looks like Bitcoin had a lot of weight on its back. We broke below 98,000. I was like, well, probability now is that we're probably more likely to see a dead cat bounce or complacency bounce rather than continuation up to the upside and a new all-time high. So since we broke below 98, I think our chances of seeing a fresh all-time high are greatly decreased. Not impossible. Once again, we're working with probabilities. I'm going to say 80% we're not, 20% we do. Before we broke below 98, I was probably more 60-40. When we're above 108,000, I was more 70-30. You know what I'm saying? When we're above 116,000, I was more 80-20, 80% in a bull run. So the fact we lost that 116 level, my confidence plummeted. Once we broke below 98,000, bullish structure was actually broken. Now, when bullish structure is broken, that means a structural change. My mentality needs to change then from bullish to bearish, unfortunately. And that was the number I set. Not I set, the market set, the fib set. And I'm just letting the market talk to me. So rather than force my narrative on the market, I need the market to speak to me. And structurally, just structurally, a break below 98,000 meant the odds of seeing a brand new all-time high in 2025 decreased, I think, massively. So it was unfortunate, but that's trading. Did it catch me off guard? Kind of, but at the same time, It didn't, because we'd been speaking since 116,000 when we broke down here, and we kept hitting our head. So as we kept hitting our head, it got more and more likely that was going to happen. So was it shocking? No. Was it unexpected? Slightly. Was it alarming, or did it hurt? Yeah, man, my bags hurt on that move to the downside, especially here. I flew out to Sydney and this mother effer just broke to 80K. I was like, well, I'm flying. I was like, God damn it, Bitcoin, you fucking kill me. This is Chris here. What's up? What's up? What's he saying? Let's pull it up. We all need to go outside and do the Bitcoin dance if we're ever to get a new all-time high. Yeah, so look, unfortunately, we've got a bit of work to do, guys. Let me just talk a little bit more about Bitcoin. Now, I won't pipe on. We've probably spoken about it probably almost long enough now. But what do we need to see? What do we actually need to see? That's probably what you guys are here for. So we've got a nice bounce. We've broken above this first fib level of the 236. I've taken that from the swing high to the swing low at 80K, right, guys? So that's what I'm looking at right now. The midway point's about 103,000. Obviously, as Greenie and I've spoken about, often acts as strong support / resistance. But I think the big daddy's 100,000 for now. We need to go and attack 100,000. Do I think that'll happen? Yes, I do. I think we're going to see continuation to the upside here. We might hit our heads at 97, 98,000. That might be the 100,000, if that makes sense to you guys. We might not actually tap 100,000. We might front run the tap. 98,000, give or take 100. Just bear with me. Somewhere between there is a very important level. If we can get a break above and close above on the daily, above 97, 98,000, and then get above 100, I think we see 108. And then the same thing, if we can break above 108, I think we see 116, 117. If we break above 117, guys, 116, I think we see a fresh all-time high. So as we climb here, the probabilities become once again more in our favor, again for a fresh all-time high. Each failure we have, the chances are downside's greater. So Bitcoin is fighting here, guys. It is fighting. Will it be strong enough to make it? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So that's about as good a hopium as I get. Coco's on board. What's up, Coco? Let me bring you up. Long-time friend. What's up, brother? What's up? Not my first 30% dip on Bitcoin. Long-term, we go much higher. And I think that's all that really matters. Yeah, I agree. It depends on your time horizon. Thanks, Coco, for pulling up. Big love to you, brother. I've been trading in the trenches with Coco for fucking, I don't know, man, what, good 3-4 years now. So what's up, brother? Thanks for pulling up. Look, I agree. If your time horizon is long enough, this pullback is a discount. If your time horizon was to exit this bull run, a little bit trickier, right? So if you were DCAing on the way down, hoping for a fresh all-time high and an exit, you may not get it in 25, you may not get it in 26, and you may be looking more towards 28, 29 for an exit. That's provided the 4-year cycle is still intact. Obviously, with the halving becoming less and less significant because of most of the Bitcoins now being mined, the 4-year cycle might be slightly out of whack due to that. But I think there might be greater forces at play, e.g. the real estate cycle, which I think runs a lot of the other cycles. So the big daddy cyclic-wise, I think it's the real estate cycle, which are actually coming to an end in the next sort of 6 months to a year, guys, is the tippy top of the real estate cycle, which probably controls everything else below. Thus, we operate in 4-year cycles because the real estate cycle, I believe, is about 18.9 years. Yeah, shout out to Coco. It's Thanksgiving Day in America, I think, today. Yeah, Thanksgiving Day. I think it's for you guys. Shout out to the Americans in the room. Happy Thanksgiving Day. I think a good message for everyone to definitely go and see your loved ones. Tell them you love them. I actually fly out to New Zealand next week, Wednesday, man. I haven't been back home in a good 7 years now, man. 8 years I haven't been back. So going back there, see my mum and dad. Shout out to mum and dad. Shout out to the other side of the family on my wife's side. Viv, if you're tuning in now, let me embarrass you. See you in a week's time, in 10 days' time for a few champers and a few drinks and some good food. We actually hired a private chef in Queenstown. If you guys have been there, we've got a chef coming cooking. We've got a great view of the mountains. We've got a private chef going ham, man. It's been a good 5 years since I had a holiday, so I thought I'd treat myself. So I will do. So shout out to you, Viv. That's my mother-in-law who does tune in, which I think is fantastic that she chooses in to learn a bit of crypto. So shout out to you, Viv, if you're listening today. You're probably dying right now that I said that. Anyway, so that's Bitcoin, guys. Next thing I wanted to bring attention to is Bitcoin dominance. Why do you want to know about Bitcoin dominance? The reason why you want to know about Bitcoin dominance is because if this heads to the upside, we probably don't get much of an altcoin or meme coin run. When this dips, we probably do. When do we get a good alt run? Probably when this dips below about 55%, guys. So what the Bitcoin dominance chart shows is what percentage of the total market, crypto market cap, Bitcoin has. So when there's a seller for Bitcoin, this obviously drops. When people start buying Bitcoin, this goes up. When people start selling Bitcoin, this goes down. When people ape memes and alts, this also goes down. So this kind of gives you an indication of where people's minds are at. Are they fleeing to Bitcoin? Are they selling their Bitcoin? Are they buying memes? Are they buying alts? This at the moment tells me, although we're on the way down, we've been on a massive uptrend, guys, since bloody June 23. This thing has been in a channel all the way up, finally broken out of the channel, tried to reclaim it, failed, tried to reclaim it, failed. And it looks like we're actually trending down. So even though we're bouncing a bit, I think the trend is down. And once this breaks sort of to the 55 or below, we could see, I think, specific alts and memes go well. I don't think it's going to be like the last altcoin season, like Greeny and I have spoken about, where every altcoin pumped, because there was probably only maybe 200 you can pick from. I saw an interesting stat. Let me share it. Here we go. If you guys can read this. There's been more tokens launched in the past year than the previous 3 years combined. Now imagine what that does to liquidity, guys. So there's been more tokens launched this year than the prior 3 years combined. So imagine how thin liquidity is getting. So rather than being, say, 100 coins, there's 500 coins you can buy now. So that's same. So if the crypto market cap is more or less the same as last time, every market cap's down except for the winners. So that's why I spoke on the show the other day. And I said, be very careful trying to look for coins that are laggers, because I think the laggers will continue to lag and I think the winners will continue to win. Now, what do I think the winners are? Well, I think they've already been chosen, guys, to be honest, if we're going to talk altcoins. Let's go back to my chart. So here's my bull run 24. I never expected it to go this long, so it's quite funny. That says the number 24 there. Shows where my mindset was at. What the winners are is not AVAX. It's not AVAX. Here's an example of a shite coin. This has gone terribly, guys. I was heavy into AVAX at the start of the bull run. Many of you remember. I did very well in Solana. I did very well in the DEX on Solana called Ray. I won't harp on about it too much. Greedy and I have jerked each other off about that too many times. We got about a 30x on that, 10 to 30x, which was fantastic. Wank, wank, yeah. Here's one that I didn't get right. I just want to show you something that doesn't go right. Lots goes right, but some goes wrong. I was in the AVAX. I rode it up from the bear market all the way up from $15 up to about 65. We were like, yay, this is going higher. I got heavy into Joe, which was the perp DEX or the DEX on AVAX, because I was hoping it would do what Ray did on Sol. It didn't, unfortunately, but that's trading. AVAX has underperformed this bull run, and thus I sold around here for about the $45 mark. Thankfully, I did. It's dipped all the way down to, it's at the same price as the bear market. In fact, yeah, it's lower. It's lower than some points of the bear market. So shout out to the AVAX crew. If you guys are still holding, you're fucking crazy, man. That's been on a downward trend for some time. Not to bag out AVAX too much. I think what they're doing on the chain is fantastic, but unfortunately, I'm here to make money. I am here to make friends as well, but I'm definitely here to make money. So AVAX was not the coin to be in to make money this bull run, unfortunately. So I cut it a while back. I cut Joe a while back. Was sad to do, but sometimes we get trades wrong. That's okay. I think AVAX could perform next bear or bull, funny enough. So keep an eye on that, though, even though it's underperformed. Sui. Another example of a coin not doing so well, been down for quite some time. I'm not going to harp on. It's basically back to the April low of 24, close enough. Pretty underwater. Could it bounce from there? Yeah, it could bounce. It's at the 786 now. Could bounce. But let me give you examples of good ones. Why does this pump chart look so fucking shit? Is this pump versus something? Yeah, that looks terrible. Let's go to, so here's Solana. This is one that I know a lot of you guys will be in. Solana has been struggling a bit. There's a few lines I drew in, a bit of hopium that I was drawing in there, guys. Solana's starting to pump a little bit, bouncing off the 382 there. We could see further upside, but we've got this resistance line pretty fitting. It's fighting it now, actually. So let's see if we get a daily close above there. If we get a daily close above here and we can break above the 50% level, which is $148, that's our big boss. If we can break above the 50% level, close above and find support, we're probably heading up to 183. So Solana is actually in an okay position, not too bad. Let's say there's hope. Let's look at Uni. Uni went on a bit of a run after they announced the buybacks and burns and things like that, but it's kind of dipped below the fib level again. Probably got a lot of work to do. Pengu, man, this trade, man, fuck, this could have been a ripper trade if Bitcoin just fucking played ball. Oh, I was buying this so heavy on this trend line, guys, and it's broken below the trend line. Unfortunately, a lot of work to do for this coin. We need to get above here. We need to get above the 236, which is 13, 14 cents. Until we do that, we're going to be struggling for a while. So next big level is 14 cents. Provided we can get above there, we can start to go back to about 14 cents, 1.4 cents. Sorry, guys. Other coins, Hype. That's the one I wanted to bring up. This is probably one of the better tokens in the market at the moment if you're looking at altcoins. Still above the 50% level. This is actually the coin that I picked for my trading comp. I had an entry at $32 and an invalidation of $29. I got stopped out, unfortunately, but it has continued up. So my thesis is right. My timing was just out for the trade. So we've actually got a Hype looking pretty good here. Still holding above the 50% level. Provided Bitcoin can just trade sideways, I think this runs. I think a lot of alts run. The ones I'm saying strong will run. The laggers won't. I don't think AVAX will. Hype looks prime for high, guys. So shout out if you cop this dip here, man, at $21. If you copped anything from $20, man, all the way up to fucking $28, even in here, in this range here, and between these fibs, between 28 and 32 was probably a pretty good buy. And that's why I picked it for my trading comp. I think this looks strong. So Hype looks strong. Doge had a bit of a breakout recently, although when I say a bit of a breakout, yeah, it's got a lot of work to do still, but yeah, it's sort of a shitload of work to do. We've got to get to 3 cents before we start celebrating. So we've got a lot of work to do on Dogecoin. Total crypto market cap's broken back above 3 trillion. Another good sign, a nice bounce almost off the 618 fib. We didn't quite get to 2.5 trillion. That was pretty low though, but we bounced in nicely. If we are going to break above the next fib level, we want to get above this 786, which is 3.27 trillion. We get above there, guys, and have a close above, we probably attack all-time high again. My fibs are out. Anyway, close enough. Let me just check the chat. Stop sharing. Hi, Craig. You have the Kick viewers. Is Kick not working? Looks like it is working. Yo, is Kick working? I know, Yana, you've had trouble getting on here before. I think Kick is working. It's a bit delayed, but I'm typing in there now. Let me know if it's working. Okay, guys. Oh, it's working now? Yeah, we got people in there. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Shout out on YouTube. Shout out on Kick to you guys for tuning in. Where else are we? We're on Abstract, actually. Did it not start my Abstract stream? You're fucking kidding me. Oh, it's working there now. Yeah, we're going. Okay, cool. Abstract stream's working. God, Abstract can be a pain to stream on sometimes. You've got to do it all separately to everything else. It'd be nice if they could fix that. Just checking this is going. My Abstract port looks so shit. All right, let's look at some more degen stuff, guys. Actually, let's look at some other stuff. Hang on, where am I? Where are we? Fear and Greed. Let's open up this bad boy. All right, let's jump in here quickly. We'll keep the stream a bit shorter today. Just my energy and my throat's going to get fucking fucked up. All right, sorry, where am I? 1,000 screens open. Fear and Greed, guys. Can you guys see that? Yeah, cool. You can. Fear and Greed, still in extreme fear. Now, provided we are still in a bull run, extreme fear typically is great spots to buy. As I mentioned, we did have a structural break. So I think the bullish structure broke. So we are bearish. So the buying extreme fear can be a little bit risky now. It was a bit better 6 months ago. It was very good a year ago. It was fucking juicy 2 years ago. So let's just keep an eye on this, but we are still in extreme fear. Good to see. Another thing I want to show you guys, this is where I get very interested. The fear and greed. The long-short ratio, guys. The long-short ratio, 46% to 53. So we've got about a 7% differential there. That is quite large. And when the market's 7% out of whack, now the market's kind of like the human body. It likes to maintain homeostasis. What I mean by that is yin and yang. It likes to be about 50-50, guys. So the market typically doesn't like a 46 to 53% differential here, guys. So that people are heavily shorting the market. Now, what I want you guys to think about is, do you think the market makers are going to allow loads of people to short the market and the market's going to continue down and everyone just make money? I don't think they're going to let that happen, guys. So what you'll typically see is pretty strong snapbacks when you see a differential of 5% or more, right? We've got about a 7% difference now. I think we could see a snapback, or I think we're seeing a snapback now. We were out about 5% yesterday, which is still probably a bit more than the market likes. So I think that's part of the reason why we're going to see a snapback. We're seeing one now. What do I mean by snapback? A bounce, either to the upside or downside. We're seeing it to the upside. I think the bigger this ratio gets towards the shorts, the higher we go, man. I don't think they're going to let us have it that easy. So please, guys, continue shorting. I think it's going to fuel this move towards the upside. Where is the upside? Do I think? I think we almost, I don't want to say almost certainly, I think the odds are very much in our favor to see between 97K and 100K. What it does there, I'm not too sure. I'm going to sell a little bit of Bitcoin there. When we hit 100K, I'm probably going to sell about 20% of my bag. Then if we break above 100K and we get to about 107, 108, I'm going to sell about another 50% of my bag. So I want to be about 80% out. So I want to be about 70% out at 108,000, and I'll leave a 30% moon bag in case we get above that fabled 116,000. What I think is going to happen is I think once we break above 100, or especially if we break above 107,000, I think people are going to say the bull run's back. I think people are going to heavily long. I think longs are going to outweigh shorts, and we might hit our head there, and that might be the end of the bull run. I did make a post, actually. It probably explains this a bit better, and I don't have to talk as much. Where is it? I put a post up showing... Oh, there's a bit of a thirst trap for the people. That's my transformation. Skinny 18-year-old Craig there, 53 kilos, up to about, what was it, up to 83 kilos there. Shout out younger Craig. It was a lot of hard work. Where are we? Here we go. So, Bitcoin update. So, here's the first one I thought we could see. So, two scenarios I'm looking out for. I'm looking out for a break up to about 108,000, hit our head, and then we're into a bear market all the way down to maybe 50,000 to 60,000, something like that. Scenario two, which is probably the one you guys want to happen, it's the one I want to happen, is we bounce up, retest the 108,000, come down, test 103, find support, break above, retest 116,000, come back down, test 108,000 as support. If it holds, boof, new all-time high. Two scenarios I'm looking for, guys, so keep an eye out for that. So, as you can see, I'm thinking 108,000 is a very important level, guys. So if we break above and close above, I think chances are we see a new all-time high. If we hit our heads and break below, I think it's bear market time. So that's the way I'm kind of looking at the two most likely scenarios I can see in my head right now. So that was fear and greed. That was the long-short ratio. Let me just check my notes, guys. Yeah, more tokens launched in the last year than the 3 years combined, hence why liquidity is so spread. All right, here we go. Another what I thought was quite interesting information to bring to your attention was the Fed injected $125 billion into the US banking system, marking its largest short-term liquidity move since the 2020 COVID crisis. So I'm no genius on this side of things, guys. I don't even pretend to be. What I think is happening is I think with the government shutdown, things started to creak a little bit. I think because they're going from quantitative tightening to quantitative easing, I think they're going to start injecting money into the system to buy back loans and things like that. I think that it is typically good for risk on assets, guys. So that is a bullish move. How much it does for the market, guys, I don't know. Whether this is enough to move us to all-time high territory, I don't know. Is it bullish? Yeah, it's not bearish. So yes, it is bullish. How much it does, how much it moves that Richter scale, that's anyone's guess, guys. I am bullish about it. I like the fact they're doing it. I like the fact it was the biggest since COVID. Obviously, we know they pumped a lot into COVID, and it did send things north or skywards. But the other thing they did during that time was actually send a whole people a bunch of free money, which is retail, who tend to waste their money. So it is good they gave the banks a whole bunch of money and injected that into liquidity there. I would like to see a few stimmy checks go out to the average punters in the US, because I think they'll waste their money and pump the market. So waiting on that. All right, guys, let's continue on. Let's see what else I've got. Memecoins. All right, so I was having a look at what was pumping, what was not. We got Wojak, who's actually, shout out to Wojak, sitting at 45/46 million. This thing's not really coming down, man. Greeny and I spoke about it on the channel yesterday. I saw it at 35 mil. It's up about 20% since then. So shout out to the guys there. I'm just hesitant to catch a move like this. That's a fucking giga. That's a bloody 4x, man. It's a 4x in 4 days. So I'm a bit reluctant to ape in here. But shout out to the guys who got in on that. That was a pretty good move. You're up quite nicely. The other one I wanted to point out was Billy to a Billy. This is actually, no, this isn't the one, is it? No, it's the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Where is it? Where is it? This one. Oof. So this was up. Was this yesterday? Yeah, yesterday this was at 3.3 million. Dumped to 125. I would say this is all over Rover. So this was another one that sort of pumped. Could we see a pump out of this? We're probably heading towards the golden pocket now. Yeah, we could see a pump of these. Actually, let me reverse those fibs. Could we see a pump from here? Yes, we could. Like I said, it's getting into the golden pocket. It did tap the 886 there, guys. Bounced off there. We could see a move to the upside here. So probably not a bad trade if you were to cop this golden pocket. You might see a move, boom, bounce around here, and it might go and attack the 50% of the 618. Could get a nice cheeky, what's that? A good cheeky 2-3x, guys. If it does cop a bit of volume, as you guys can see, though, volumes looks pretty bad. So we'll see if that recovers. Alrighty, that's probably enough for that. So, guys, that's probably the market at the moment. I'm wondering if we should do a Yeet giveaway, guys. I wonder if we should do a Yeet giveaway. What do you guys think? Is there enough people here from Yeet? We're missing Greeny, and he does have all the screenshots of people that have volume. So unfortunately, I don't have that data. So if I do a giveaway, it's got to be a bit more random, which might suit you guys. I don't know. So let's have a look. Let me just close a few tabs here. Get rid of all these bloody tabs. There we go. Guys, should we do a Yeet giveaway? If we don't do one today, we might do one later this afternoon. Greeny might jump back on later. We said we might play a few games. If you can't, maybe we do a bigger one on Monday. Let's just see how many of you are here now. So who wants to get a Yeet giveaway? Shout out, guys. We got Ovi. He's about the only person in the room shouting for a Yeet giveaway. Let me just check the volume. We broke 102,000, which is cool, guys. Ovi, where are you on this board? If we can have 3 people from the Yeet giveaway say they want it, I'll do it. So how's that sound, Ovi? I think that's pretty fair. So 3 people, guys, 3 people. Are there 3 people that are on the board who want to do this Yeet giveaway? Otherwise, I'll save it to do a bigger one and shill it a bit harder. So talk to me, guys. Who wants a Yeet giveaway? Ovi says yes, that's 1. We need 2 more people to say it. Anyone on board? Anyone on board? Let's see. Let's see who wants the Yeet giveaway. I'll give you guys 5 more minutes to pipe up. Otherwise, I will either do it later today or we'll do a bigger draw on Sunday night. I think probably a lot of people at Thanksgiving, man. I think a lot of people might be doing stuff like that today. So we'll see. OV 2.0. What's up? Mike Crypto. Mike, are you in Yeet? Are you in Yeet? Once again, guys, if you do want to win, we give away 250 US weekly. If we do more volume, Mando said we can give away more money, so I'll put the link in the description. How do you win the money? All you got to do is follow that link there. Do a bit of gambling. Obviously, gamble responsibly. There's sports betting there. Do a little bit of volume. As soon as you do a little bit of volume, your name goes on the board, and we give away 250 US daily, weekly. Sorry, Mike, you're on there. That's 2 people. One more person, guys, and I'll do a giveaway. I'll give you guys a couple more minutes to pipe up. Otherwise, we'll probably do a bigger one on Sunday night and do a bit of a late Thanksgiving special. We've got $125 still to give away. Shout out to Gigi Martin. He won the $125 yesterday. So that should be coming through to your account soon. 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. Let me know if you want me to spin the wheel for the Yeet giveaway. If not, we'll do a bigger one on Sunday night. So I'm thinking maybe we'll do a bigger one on Sunday night, guys. We've got a few more people here. It's not Thanksgiving. Might be a bit rough to do it when they are here. Shout out to everyone tuning in as well. We've got over 100 on GC Crypto TV, which is great. We've got almost 100 on my personal, which is awesome. I decided to put it on my personal today just to let people see us a little bit easier. Obviously, as the market goes on a downtrend, viewership goes down. So I thought I'd try and grab a bit of attention. So we've got over, almost 250 views today. So shout out very much. Ovi, I've got to wait to see if there's people here, man. People must be having turkey. So maybe we'll do a bigger giveaway on Sunday for you guys. I mean, Greening's back and I've got all the screenshots. Let's see. All right, guys. I don't think anyone's going to pipe up. So, all right, guys, I'm going to lock that in. We'll do a giveaway. We'll do a bigger Yeet giveaway on Sunday, guys. I'm actually going to do a bigger giveaway on Sunday as well. I put up a post the other day. If you give us a follow, if you give us a follow on Kick and GC Crypto TV, and you put up an embarrassing story, I will also do a bit of a giveaway. I was giving away 10% of my Monad allocation. I'm going to make it a bit higher. I actually only ended up getting $300. I'll make it 20%. So I'm going to give away another $60 of my own money to you guys. So I'll add that to the Sunday giveaway as well. So I'll make it over $300 giveaway on Sunday. So I'll pump that up a little bit more. So shout out to everyone who followed us there. Guys, I'm going to call it a day. I've got builders here, so it would probably be best if I jumped off and attended to them. But shout out for everyone who tuned in. Guys, look, massive shout out to OKX as well. Once again, they are giving away $75 of free Bitcoin. All you have to do is follow our link, which I'll put there now. OKX is a great platform, guys. Never been hacked. I'm sorry, but there's no one else here, man. If they're not here, I can't, there's only 2 people here, Mike. I get you. In fact, I tell you what, Mike, let's do a Mike and Ovi wheel spin. And whoever wins this, I'm going to give you $50. How does that sound? Just for pulling up today, guys. Just for pulling up today. This is my little gift to you guys. Let's do it. Let's do a special spin. Let's do a special spin. So this is because you guys are legends and you pulled up today. And I don't have my co-host Greenie here. Jeep, shout out to you. So this is for $50, guys. This won't be Yeet money. I'll give you USDC or USDT, so stable coin. This goes out to Ovi and Mike, who supported us over on Yeet and have pulled up on today's live stream. Shout out to you guys for supporting the channel. So actually, I am going to support you back. I'm going to give away $50 of my own money today. So, dung. Let's do a countdown. Oh, is Yana here? Yana, okay. Sorry. Let's put Yana in as well. Let's put Yana there. I think Yana's going to win this. Yana wins fucking everything, man. All right. So, yo, Boot, what's up? I'm giving away $50 today, guys. This isn't Yeet money. This is my own money. So it's going to be stable coins. So the 125 is going to be added to the Sunday giveaway. So there'll be $250 then. I'm going to give away 50 today from my own, not from Yeet. I'll give away $50. That's about 15% of my Monad allocation. Didn't win much, but I didn't get much, but I am happy to give a little bit away. So let's do that now, guys. Without further ado, Boot, massive shout out to you. We need to connect on Spaces, dude, and do some cool shit. Boot's a friend of mine of the channel, IRL, all that stuff. So let's just spin. $50 coming your way over. This is Yana. It's Yana. It's Yana again, man. How's this fucking possible? I'm gonna take a screenshot. Yana wins again. This is fucking unreal. Yo, shout out Yana. You just won $50 of my hard-earned money. I'm gonna send you. Yana, can I get you? You've just gone through some cyclones, I believe, as well back home. So you probably need a bit of cash, dude. You're probably hurting a bit. Actually, Yana, how are you after those cyclones? Is everything okay back home? If you want to just, yeah, Yana's unbelievably lucky, man. Yana, you must be owed some amazingly good luck. You must be a really good person, or you do an amazing rain dance for money. I don't know what you do, but you win about you win about 3 out of 4 times you spin this fucking thing. Yeah, a lot of typhoons here in Philippines. You feel it? Philippines? Well, shout out to you. Yana, can I get you to DM me on X? Your Solana wallet would be handy. I'll send you some stable coins on Solana. Yeah, Yana wins everything, Chris. It's unfucking believable. Yana, you gotta go. Yana, go buy a lotto ticket, man. You're due for about $1 billion win on something. You just don't lose. So shout out to Yana. Look, a massive shout out to Ovi and Mike as well, who tuned in and supported the channel. Shout out to you guys. I'm going to send you guys 50. I'm going to send you guys. Yana, I'm going to send you $50. My absolute pleasure. Hopefully your family are right back in the Philippines. Hopefully everyone's okay there. Beautiful country. I hope you guys are all good. Guys, to the rest of you, shout out to you. As I said, shout out to OKX Australia. Like I said, $75 a Bitcoin for free. If you follow the link there and do a bit of trading. Shout out to Boot. I'm going to get on space with you. Let's do some magic on camera. You can use your PFP. You don't have to dox yourself. Would love to do a stream with you, brother. Shout out to Yeet for the giveaway. Obviously, we'll give away more on Sunday. So I've doubled the Sunday giveaway. We won't do it today. But I'm giving away $50 today. So shout out to you guys. And most importantly, guys, after all those shout outs, most importantly to you guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in on Thanksgiving. Massive shout out to the Americans. Happy Thanksgiving. Big love to you guys for all your support you give Greeny and myself and GC Crypto TV. Guys, if you haven't given us a follow on GC Crypto TV, please do. It helps support us. If you haven't followed us on Kick, please support us there. We are trying to build up that channel, and it is very hard going. So please go and follow us there. If you can sub to us on Kick, guys, I will love you long time. You can't DM me on X. Damn it. I'll add you. Can you, Yana, what's your X? And I'll add you. Can you post it here? Can you post what your X is here? And I will add you. I wonder if it'll let me copy and paste it. Or what is your X handle? Okay, Yana XBT. Sorry, guys, give me one sec. Yana. Let me screen share quickly, Yana. Sort of make sure I got the right account. Yana, is that you? Cheers, Mike. Thanks for pulling up and thanks for the support, brother. Appreciate it. Yana, if you can just say, yeah, that's me, then I will. Okay, cool, dude. Sweet. Okay, cool. I will send you a DM now, Yana. Once again, thanks, guys, for supporting the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, please give us a like on X. Please give us a like on Kick. It does help us a lot. If you want to really help us, give us a sub on Kick. It does help us a lot. It does support us a lot. We've got to get up to 50 viewers a stream to start. I think to get official, whatever Greeny called it, whatever you call it, get the tick, whatever. So we need to do that. So I've just been told we need to do that. So I'm going to try and do it. So if you guys want to support us, please give us a sub over there on Kick. Big love to you guys. And I will catch you guys. We might be on later this Avi if Greeny's all right to do a Yeet giveaway. If not, we'll double the giveaway on Sunday and do a big fat giveaway for your Sunday, guys. Once again, shout out OKX Australia. Shout out Yeet. Shout out me for pulling up. Shout out you guys for tuning in. Big love. And I will see you guys on the timeline. And hopefully Bitcoin can continue up. Big love, guys. See you on the timeline. Ciao.